Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be showing you how to achieve just an everyday brow, how I get my everyday brow, and kind of going over a few tips and tricks to kind of help you get yours. So as you can see, I've already done my entire full face of makeup except for my brows. So first we're going to kind of go through what you're going to need for this video. Just a few products. I use everything from the Maybelline Brow Drama line. Right here is their define and line. That's kind of your brow pencil on one side and the powder on another, your filling powder. And then this one is their sculpting gel to kind of help finish and mold your look. You're also going to need one of these. This is what's called a spoolie. For my clients, I use ones that come in my brush kits. Most kits should come with one. If they don't though, you can make one of these like I did. It's an old mascara wand that I've cleaned off and used as a spoolie for years now. Keep cleaning it. And it's been amazing. You're also going to need something that looks like this. And this is a really, really thin brush. You will need it. And then you're gonna need your concealer. I use Maybelline's Master Conceal. I've started to figure out that I actually have quite a few Maybelline products. I actually have some left on my hand right here from doing my makeup earlier, so don't waste product, use it. So when you wanna kind of try and figure out the shape your eyebrow should be, you wanna start right here on the corner of your nostril and go straight up. And ideally, that's where your eyebrow should start. So if you're new to this and you want to kind of take a white liner and draw it in first so you can really see it, feel free. I've done this a bajillion times. So you start right here, keep that same line with your pencil and move through your pupil. And that should be where your arch is. Take that same line and move through the end of your eye, and that's where your eyebrow should end. So as you can see, I always have to draw my eyebrow out a little bit longer because mine stop a lot earlier. So again, you want to go straight up is where it should start. Keep your line right there by your nostril. Straight through your pupil is where it should hit your arch. Straight out through the end of your eye, you see where your waterline is, and straight out is where you should end. So it's 1, 2, 3. So I start off with my spoolie and I brush all my hairs up on both sides of my brows. And then I start with this side. This is your liner. So I take it right here and I just take short little strokes and draw out the bottom. And again, like I said, I extend mine a little bit further and I draw what I think should be the bottom. Then I do the same thing on the other side. Start in my middle. I have a really sparse right here in my base near the front. It's really, really sparse. So I will show you how I fill that in. Extend it out. And I always, for some reason on this eye, never get a straight line. So I'll show you how to fix that too, because I'm a normal person. Then I take my spoolie and you're gonna brush everything down. You don't have to do this, but I didn't do this for a while, and it's actually a lot easier just to take the 2 extra seconds to brush your hair down. Now you can see that missing space a little bit easier. So you're going to take this and ideally you want to connect from here to where your arch should be. So just again, short little strokes and fill in and take it down. Then you can still kind of see like in this area, hopefully you can see that it's still kind of sparse. So I'm going to make little short, tiny like ding, 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 like almost like you're drawing really, and just kind of fill in your hairs. You just don't want to like color. You're not coloring. Just little tiny short strokes to fill in that area. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So first connect your lines from the front to the arch. Extend it to your end a little bit, and then just kind of brush in and fill in your empty spaces. Then you're going to take your spoolie and brush everything back up into place. And then you can kind of see I've got like this really straight solid line here and this really straight solid line there. Don't leave it like that. So you're going to take this again, and this time follow the direction of your hair growth. So you're going to go from that line straight up and then start curving as your brow curves. Straight up and then start curving with your brow. Straight up. And then curve with your brow. Less is more when it comes to brows. I'm just kind of going back in here and filling everything in a little bit more. Let me finish that statement I just said. Less is more, especially until you get really, really comfortable with it. As you get comfortable with it, branch out. Experiment, see what you like best, find where you like your lines to end or meet, and go from there. It's not going to be perfect the first time you do it. You're going to have to do it a few times. So then I take this end right here. This is your powder end. And I just kind of fill in my sparse spots, which, like I said, for me happen to be right in here and right up here. And I really don't do too much with the powder. So I check it out. I have a mirror behind me. Check it out. See if you like it. See if there's anything that you want to fill in. I kind of see this is curving and I don't like it curving that much, so I'm going to straighten it out a little bit. So I'm going to extend that arch up a little bit more. And there you go. We are not done. So, concealer and this crazy little brush. This is what I consider to be the most important part. Say it again, the most important part. Don't skip this. Take your little bit of concealer that's left on your hand or wherever, palette or whatever you have. Dip your brush in it just a little bit, so you have just a little on your brush there. And you're going to take it and line right underneath as close as you can to your brow and on the top side as well. Get a little bit more. And then you can kind of just blend it out. Use your finger, blend it in, pull it out, paint. I honestly feel like I'm painting. Paint your picture. And then I usually will go back in underneath and kind of just dab it in so it blends in. Seriously, do you see the difference between this eye and this eye? Please tell me that you do. It makes the biggest difference. So then you're going to take this and do the same thing on your other eye. So you go straight under. Try and make that line underneath as close to your shape as you can get. This is also really good for if you haven't plucked those few stray hairs and they're sticking out. But please pay attention to plucking your hair, because especially when it gets really, really close to your shape, you just lose your shape with those few extra hairs. So don't be afraid, you know, in between your visits to the brow doctor. Do not be afraid to pluck. Then I'm going to just take my brow mascara and just kind of go in here and finish it off. This is not what the directions on the box say. They say, like, put it in the direction of your hair and then smooth it down. Every time I've done it like that, I don't like the results personally, so I just kind of fill it in a little bit. So then you can kind of check out your brows. See if you like what you see. If you don't, I think they look fine, but pretend like I don't. You can kind of go in and just add a little bit, little tiny strokes. Don't go in with these huge bold lines. Really apply really light pressure. Don't really push down on that pencil. You're going to get a line that you don't like. So take your spoolie if you feel like you need to kind of fix some hairs or something. Hopefully after you've used your brow mascara, you won't have to do that. And then there you go. It's not a huge sculpted look. It's very natural, great for every day. This is literally what I do on my brows every single day.